afternoon. I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. At least two politicians have personally asked Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte to run alongside them in the 2022 elections. For the details, Man Los Baños joins us live from Rizal. Man, who are these politicians and what was the reply of Mayor Sara?
Hi, Sean. Good afternoon. Yes, Mayor Sara Duterte has confirmed that Senators Bongo and Sherwin Gatchalian have personally expressed their interest to run as her vice president for the next year's elections. Go and Gatchalian have to comment on the matter. Melvin Matibag, Secretary General of Go's PDP Laban Party, also refused to confirm the senator's move. Recall that Go is being endorsed by the Kusilad faction of the party as their standard bearer. Aside from the two senators, Sara said former Defense Chief Gilbert Chodoro also wants to be her VP. But his proposal was made known through their common friends. Sara added that she knows of certain groups wanting to form a tandem with her. These include House Majority Floor Leader Martin Romualdez and Senator Sonny Angara. But she noted that she cannot confirm this yet. Angara refuted this, saying they need to focus now on their duties in the Senate as budget hearings near. But he noted that they believe in Sara's potentials as the nation needs leaders with strong political will. Meanwhile, Sara said she only read news reports on a possible tandem with Senator Bongbong Marcos. But she gave an outright denial on claims that Senator Amy Marcos also wished to be her VP. President Duterte earlier said Senator Amy Marcos went to Davao to discuss it personally with Sara. Sara clarified that the senator only relayed her birthday wishes. Lastly, the mayor made it clear that she's not angry at her father and Go, contrary to some news reports. Sean, Mayor Sara explains that she's not envious of the power that her father and Senator Go hold because the responsibility that comes with it is exhausting. Sean?
Right. Thank you so much for that update, Man Los Baños, joining us live from Rizal. Thanks, Man. And lawmakers are divided on the idea of holding multiple-day elections in order to avoid a super spreader event in 2022. JC Cosico with the report.
This is the usual sight during elections, voters flocking to polling precincts, with poll watchers and elections inspectors also on guard. Should this happen in the middle of a pandemic, it would be a super spreader event. To prevent this, the government's COVID-19 task force is now looking at the possibility of holding multi-day polls. How will this work exactly?
If we have 20 million electorates, it will conglomerate at the same time in same areas, same place. Malaking chances na magkakaroon ng contamination. Yes. So we are looking at the possibility that we will conduct the election multi-day or maybe meron tayong tinatawag na phasing, not a single-day election, so that we can prevent the possible conglomerations of thousands of people in the precincts.
Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez explains the Philippines isn't new in this concept.
Kasi ginagawa naman po natin yun mga tinatawag natin special elections. Maybe geographic ang gagawin po natin na for Luzon, ito yung natin for Visayas, for Mindanao. There are many options that how we could guarantee yung safety ng ating mga electorates.
Officials are now in talks with the Commission on Elections regarding this matter. But Galvez admits that Congress will still have to amend election laws for it to take effect. Under the 1987 Philippine Constitution, elections must be held on the second Monday of May, unless otherwise provided by law. For Senator Risa Ontiveros, having to change the law is not practical. She suggests having more clustered precincts to lessen the number of people in a voting area, as well as having longer voting hours or expanded absentee voting. Senator Kiko Pangilinan, on the other hand, says he is open with the proposal. That's as long as this move would ensure the safety of voters and encourage them to vote, and if the holding of multi-day polls will secure polling personnel. But Senator Ralph Recto advised Galvez to concentrate or focus for now in ensuring vaccine supply and effective vaccination rollout. But if vaccination goals are not met, will there be enough time to amend election laws?
We have plenty of time. We will collectively plan this with the COMELEC and also maybe with the Senate and Congress.
For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
Health Secretary Francisco Duque III says that the Philippines may reach herd immunity by February next year at the earliest. Secretary Duque says this is possible if the country gets to administer 500 or 600,000 vaccine doses per day in the coming months. Over 33 million doses have so far been administered nationwide since the start of the vaccination rollout in March. At least 13 million are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. The Trade Department has approved price increases for several grocery items. The price adjustment of 20 centavos to 1 peso will cover 76 items, including instant noodles, coffee, and milk. The Trade Department says manufacturers have been appealing for price hikes after higher costs of raw materials and packaging.
We have to understand rin po na yung manufacturers last 2019 pa sila humihingi. Marami na po tayong natanggap na request from 2019 na pending pa po yung mga iba. Ayaw naman po natin na mag-fold yung mga negosyo dahil kung
We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Malacanang has brushed off a new piece of information that came to light that 3 executives of Pharmally Pharmaceuticals are on the lam from the Taiwanese government over financial crimes. Maricel Halili joins us now from Mandaluyong City for more details. Mase, hi. What did the palace have to say about that development in the Senate?
Hi, Sean. Secretary ROQUE said earlier that, their consideration and choosing on which particular corporation should give the government the needed supply is, of course, their quality and the prices of the products that they are offering. It has nothing to do with the personalities involved in the corporation. That's number one. Number two, Secretary ROQUE also pointed out that based on the provisions of the law, if a particular corporation or a particular company applied for bidding and they want to deal with the government has to check the background of that particular company, not the individuals involved in the company. And third, Secretary ROQUE also said that based on Bayanihan 1, it was stated that there must be, they have to expedite the process when it comes to the purchasing of the needed supply. And this is exactly what the government did.
All right. What about all this talk coming out and surfacing now about linking face shields to possible corruption, that the government is refusing to drop their current face shield policy? Did the palace spokesman have any comment on that issue?
Secretary ROQUE said that the issue on the usage of face shield has nothing to do with corruption issues. He said that the decision of the government to continuously impose the wearing of face shield is based on the recommendation of the medical experts, and that's what they are considering. This is also the reason why they are still continuing to, or they still continue to implement this particular policy.
Right. What about any comment on the proposal to impose 3 weeks of hard lockdown on areas with a COVID-19 or COVID-19 hotspots? Did the palace have any comment on this? Is this doable, or moreover, is it viable?
For now, Sean, it will be hard for the country to implement another 3 weeks of a hard lockdown. This is what Secretary ROQUE said. Because as we all know, recently the government has imposed 2-week enhanced community quarantine, which is the strictest lockdown that we have. As we all know, a lot of companies or businesses are already affected because of this particular implementation of quarantine. So as Secretary ROQUE said, it might be difficult to impose another lockdown, especially for 3 weeks. But then the DILG earlier explained that they are now considering to impose granular lockdowns, meaning they will just impose strict lockdowns on a smaller area so that they can minimize the impact on the economy. But this is already approved in principle, but they still have to pass documents and they still have to approve the details for the implementation of granular lockdowns.
All right, Amasa, when can we expect the next address of President Duterte that we call Talk to the People? Is this going to happen tonight? And if so, what can we expect from it? As we know, MECQ is only until September 7 and that date is approaching. So what happens next?
Well, Sean, tonight there will be a meeting between the President, of course, his secretaries. There will be another Talk to the People tonight if they can finish the meeting early. But then if they will finish late, maybe we can expect the pre-recorded Talk to the People to be aired tomorrow. It's actually funny, or it's interesting to note that before there's only the Talk to the People is only aired once a week. That'll be every Monday. But as the election season is nearing, we can see that the Talk to the People is airing more often, and they are giving more airtime to those cabinet secretaries or those officials who are actually hinted that they have plans to run for the election. Well, I'm not saying for sure that they are using this particular channel to campaign because, well, we still have to wait until October to know who among these officials will really file their certificate of candidacy. My only point is it's becoming interesting.
Definitely interesting. I agree with you there. Thank you so much for that update. Maricel Halili reporting to us live from Mandaluyong City. And more exciting news for the whole family as Signal brings you 11 more awesome channels with free viewing starting September and until October 15. More blockbuster movies on Tap Movies, Tap Action Flicks, and Tagalized Movie Channel. More entertaining and trendy shows on Lotus Macau and Tap TV. More heart-pounding sports action on Premier Sports and Varsity Channel. And more learning for your kids at home on Moonbug Kids and DreamWorks. For more details, visit Signal's website or Facebook page. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.